What is going on, all of you gamers out there in the world? I'm MegaAmpster. Whether you are a new viewer or a returning one, thanks for being here. Appreciate you spending your time here, especially considering I'm recording this on one of the final days of 2023. That's right, this video, as you can tell by the title below, I'm going to be kind of doing a bit of a channel reflection. I did this last year as well in 2022, and I figured I'd do it again. Just like, I was kind of hesitant about whether I want to do it or not, but I hopefully won't make it super duper long. Just a quick little look back at the channel this year. So as you can see, look, there's the channel. Wow, crazy. Just wanted to talk about some of the stuff that, has been going on, and like what I kind of think of the last year in terms of like the stuff that I've done on this channel. It's tough because, so here's the thing. I don't ever see myself doing this for a profit. I don't want this to become work for me. I've heard like horror stories from other content creators about like, oh, like, doing it as a full-time job and like the burnout's real. And it's like, especially when I have other things I want to do. Like this is just like a little side hobby for me when I'm bored and I want to record a video or I want to do a live stream of me playing a game, right? At least the live streams I try to make more regular, but with these videos, it's hard to plan that stuff out. I don't like planning that stuff out because I want it to be more in the moment of stuff that I like want to talk about. So as a result, I kind of want to keep this as just a hobby and don't want it to become like that work focused kind of thing, right? Especially when I want to take breaks like I am now a little bit from live streaming, at least for the holidays. I want to be able to do that and not feel pressure like, oh, I should be doing something right now, right? So for now, just want to kind of keep it like that. And that's what makes these reflections difficult, because it's like, oh, well, if I look too much at the metrics, right? I don't want to focus on the metrics right now. I just want to focus on the content that I've been doing and just how I felt about it. Maybe a little bit of how it was received. But I mean, to be honest, like I take all of your feedback into account. But to be honest, I really, at the end of the day, want to do stuff that I personally want to do, because that just makes it more fun, right? I'm usually in better spirits when that happens. It's less forced, and it probably makes for better content anyways. So one thing I do want to do right off the bat, I need to make a new channel intro trailer. It's been like just about a year and a half. And I remember it was when I moved into my old apartment, which I've been in a different apartment for the last almost 6 months now somehow already, which is wild to me. So I definitely want to redo that. I was kind of waiting for the Christmas decorations to come down, so that should be happening pretty soon. Making a new channel trailer there. But that's something I want to do. In terms of the videos, let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at the page here. Oh yeah, that was a fun one. I like the gaming backlog video. Some of my most viewed, at least recent videos, that reaction in particular has been kind of ridiculous. One thing I will say is ignore my face here. I've gotten a lot more into the YouTube Shorts this year, which obviously it's like part of that is feeding the algorithm a little bit, right? I know it's kind of hypocritical and I just said I don't really care. At the same time, I kind of do, because I mean, I want to get new viewers, right? I want to talk to new people and interact with new people here on this platform. YouTube is a decent platform to be able to put my thoughts out into a video or do a live stream and talk to new people and meet new people like all of you who I've met through videos or live streams or whatever, right? So to some degree, I do want to feed into that algorithm a little bit, but the shorts have been interesting, I think. So let me go to the actual metrics here. There we go. And you guys can get kind of a little bit behind the scenes of what I've been doing. What I have liked about the shorts, to focus on that again, is just being able to do because like sometimes if there's a big enough news topic that means a lot to me, I'll make a full video on it. But a lot of times it's just like a little thing I hear from another YouTuber I follow, or like a certain news article that blows up online, right? Even stuff that I'm not personally super connected to, like the Insomniac League, for example. I mean, that's a huge deal affecting the entire industry, really, because everybody's taking a look at that league and saying, okay, like, should we cover this? There's personal details in here. How do we feel about this? And I mean, it's just a bad thing to the industry overall. So I feel like it's an important enough topic, even though, I still have not played Spider-Man. I don't really play any PlayStation games, to be completely honest with you. But stuff like that, like I would never make a dedicated video to that because I don't have enough to say. But at least with shorts, I'm able to put out just kind of inform some of you about what's been going on and maybe briefly what some of my thoughts are on the situation. But like, for example, that other video I did the other day, talking about the Sega stuff. Yeah, the new Jet Set Radio details from the Sega Sammy presentation that came out. Like something like that is like, that I have more of a say and I have more personal investment in a topic like that. So I wanted to make that into a full-fledged video. I think that's kind of my thing going forward. That's kind of how I want to handle new stuff. And this kind of goes into the other kind of idea about videos that I've been doing. Because in previous times, it was actually, when did I start it up? It was roughly around the time I moved into my current apartment. So it was probably like July, August of 2023, when I started doing those video idea polls, which I actually do really like. And I hope you have as well. Let me know in the comments below what you think. I actually just posted one a day ago as of this recording here. a couple days when this probably gets uploaded. I've honestly enjoyed these because that way I'm not only just making like full-fledged, you know me, I don't edit much except for the like the top 10 list, or if I really need to cut something out. Um, it's one of those things that's like, I want to make videos that I also find interesting too. And then if any of you find it interesting, you can feel free to vote in these polls, and then whichever one comes in first, I'll end up making first. Usually, for the most part, the one exception was the Zelda dungeon item tier list video from a couple months ago. But otherwise, you know, I've actually, let me know in the comments below what you think. This is going to be a very, like, hopefully constructive criticism kind of video where I hope some of you who watch will kind of leave some comments on like what you thought about some of the content and live streams that I've done recently. And like if there are any improvements, for sure, leave them here. And I will look at the I look at literally every single comment on my videos because I don't get a ton of comments, which is kind of nice because then I can actually sit down and I do read them. Even the ones that are mean, which I gotta be honest, like I really don't get many mean derogatory comments. And I know I have some filters up, but not many. So like I genuinely appreciate that from all of you who do comment on videos and, you know, have some constructive criticism, or, you know, some people who, you know, just like to comment about what their favorite things are. I'm like, that's awesome. Like, thank you. I really appreciate that, you know? we have, even though I'm never going to be a big YouTuber, let me get that clear, never going to grow much at all, but that's not really my intention. It's just to get to know some of you, and like, I love this little community we've got going on. So we also have a Discord community. Feel free to, there should be an invite link in the description below if you would be interested in joining there if you're not there already. But yeah, like I think this has been an interesting idea for me to like come up with some ideas. I've been running a little low on ideas, to be completely honest, so I will need to come up with some. I'll also definitely let me know if you have any video ideas in the comments below. I like to do like ranked lists, tier lists, kind of a separate thing, or just talking about specific games, talking about like gaming industry topics. I doubt this one's gonna get any votes. If you want to vote, hey, I only put this up yesterday. The AI and gaming one, that might be tricky. I won't make a video on that. That was kind of a throw-in. That was kind of a shoe-in there. But feel free, if you would like me to talk about that and know my thoughts, feel free to vote for that if you haven't voted in the poll already. But yeah, I don't know. I think that's been a fun way for me to just not do only news-related videos, because that's what I was doing previously, like earlier in 2023. Or just like random stuff that came up. I would just kind of be like, oh, you know, what do I want to talk about? Like I made a video on like cloud gaming, for example, just out of nowhere, right? Because I wanted to talk about it, which is also good. But I like the idea of having like a few videos per month that I come up with some ideas, letting you all vote on it, because then you get to influence at least some of the content that comes into play. So yeah, seems like in January I'll be making a Kirby copy ability. That's going to be a tricky one. I don't know. That might be a little easier than the Zelda dungeon item one, but it still might be a long one for sure. There's a lot of Kirby copy abilities. And I really wanted to talk about Yooka-Laylee. The first one, Not Impossible Lair, I wanted to talk about that game, so I'm glad at least a few people were interested in that. So that's awesome. Thank you for voting for that. But yeah, the community tab has been a great thing to have, honestly, for those polls, for like the streaming schedules every week when I do live streams. I know I've been taking a bit of a break as of this recording right now. I'll get back to that at some point. I'll mention more in the channel update. I should have hopefully tomorrow, if this video goes up on the 31st, which it should. You know, and just kind of reminding people of live streams. So the community tab's been super nice, honestly. I've really, I've liked having that there. Let me know in the comments below if you agree with that as well. But in terms of the actual stuff that I've done, like I said, the shorts, I'm probably going to keep doing those for the same idea of like almost like short news topics. I started this back in what, was it April? I think I started it. Yeah, okay, it was with, it was starting with Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. That's when I started it. Oh, that was end of March? Wow. That was 9 months ago to this recording. Does not feel like it was that long ago. 2023 was absurd, man. Just how much it went by, you know? Wow, 50% likes. That's new. That's interesting. It's split. Damn. I didn't have much of a personal stake in that. Ooh. Most people just like that. Like, I don't look into these very often, but it's really funny to see that stuff. That's so funny. I mean, they're very contentious topics, so that makes sense, whereas some of the other ones are a little more. But yeah, definitely in the last few months, I've been doing a lot more YouTube shorts here, which, that's the thing. It's like they're easy for me to record, especially with my schedule, and, you know, they're just like nice, quick little updates to get out there. But if it is a video topic I have more of a say in, then it's like, yeah, I like doing that. So definitely a lot that went on here, and I've been enjoying doing those. Expect more shorts to be out there in the future. Let me know if you have any feedback on those. In terms of other videos, though, of course, had my recent top 10s, which were fun to do. Definitely, top 10s are tough, man, because it's like trying to like figure out how to rank everything perfectly, and it's like I think too much about it. you know, whereas it really doesn't matter at the end of the day, but those have been fun. And then like, yeah, like videos like Sonic Dream Team worth playing, like that was just a spur of the moment thing. That's a very recent thing. And I was like, you know, let's do this. The Jet Set Radio one, I was going to make into a short. And I'm like, you know, let me make this into a full video because clearly I had plenty to say there. The live stream clips I know I've been slowing down on. I feel like I haven't done too many live stream clips this year, which honestly is fine. I don't know. Oh, I love Walrus Cove from Diddy Kong Racing. But it's interesting because, like, I don't know. And here's the thing, right? This just kind of goes towards, like, this kind of involves some of the live streams in general. I don't see myself continuing streams for the long term. Like, I'm just going to be honest with you here. And, like, I don't know. It's fun, but, like, at what point does it reach a limit? Like, it's tough because, I mean, mainly what it comes down to is, like, scheduling when I play games, right? Because, like, at the same time, like, most nights, especially, like, during the week, that's when I like to stream because, you know, after work hours, when I work full-time, some days after work, I'm just like, I don't want to do anything else. Let me just put on a game and play. And it's like, yeah, I mean, if I'm doing that anyways, it's fun to stream. Scheduling out the streams a little bit, I will say, is, like, it feels a little bit weird to, like, force 2 to 3 hour sessions of me just streaming a couple times a week. I'm never gonna increase the frequency of that. I'm just gonna say straight up, like, it's gonna still be the twice a week and maybe a weekend live stream here and there. I want to bring back some of those. Some of those are more fun. I definitely did fewer of those this year, it seems, especially later on, like second half. So maybe bring back some more, you know, Smash and Mario Kart are the typical ones, but something new would be fun, you know, just to make it interesting. Maybe have like 1 or 2 of those a month, but mainly still gonna stick to like during the week live streams, I think, here. But yeah, like, I don't know, it's been fun. I got to play out some new games. Like Mario RPG was a fun time. You know, Devil May Cry 3, thank you. Shout out to Pinata and Huey for recommending that to me. Shout out to Neto for recommending Vampire Survivors. Of course, Sonic Superstars, the new Sonic game, of course. I'm not gonna lie, the World Tour mode for Street Fighter 6 definitely did a number on me. That was the tough one to stream because as someone who's not really super versed in fighting games, you know, it's tough. I haven't done as many launch live streams lately, but like Bomber Cyberpunk and Summon Amigo, those were fun to do. Sonic 06, of course, being the last subscriber goal that I reached, that was always a fun time. Sonic Frontiers DLC. No more Mario Kart 8 DLC. That's over, so no more of those streams, which is weird to think about. I'm going to keep doing reactions in the future. I love doing reactions. It just makes it way more fun, you know, whether it's, you know, having anybody in chat or not. It's so much more fun to be doing that live, to record it, to get it out there. Some reactions, of course, are more tailored towards me than others, but, you know, it is what it is. I definitely needed this break. Was this where I took the big break? Well, I guess, okay, so I did a launch stream, 10 hours. That was a long ass stream. That was such a fun stream, though. I had so much fun doing that launch live stream. Even though it was 10.5 hours, that was a fun one. I took work off for the day and did that. But, like, you can tell there's a huge break here. There's some reactions here. But even between Tears of the Kingdom and the Devolver stuff, there's a whole month jump. And I was kind of waiting. It was kind of a timing thing where I was waiting to move to my new apartment anyways, but also playing Tears of the Kingdom. I wanted to, like, fully dive into that. And I'm really glad I did that. I needed that break. And I don't know. I think Bayonetta Origins earlier in the year definitely messed me up. Like, Bayonetta Origins. Yeah, Bayonetta Origins finale and Hi-Fi Rush because I was bored. Like, I was so done with that game. And I'm not going to lie. Like, I think the streaming experience... I honestly think I would have enjoyed Bayonetta Origins more if I didn't stream it. And if I didn't go after the 100%, it was just very exhausting. There were a lot of moments, especially later on in the later streams, where I was just running in circles a lot, trying to go for that 100%, which I wouldn't recommend. Please don't in Bayonetta Origins. Otherwise, the game itself is kind of fun. The Splatoon, the Splatfest live streams, I definitely fell off of. I don't know. I haven't gone back to Splatoon 3 in forever. I feel like that ships might have sailed at this point, even though I would like to do Salmon Run again at some point. It's like, I don't know if anybody else would be interested in that, you know? So maybe at some point. But Fall Guys would be a fun one to bring back too, for sure. So, but yeah, it's one of those things where, like, in the short term future, I will definitely be doing more live streams. I'll announce more which ones I will be doing in the channel update for January 2024, the new year. That'll be exciting. But it's one of those things that, like, I look back on and I'm like, I think I had more fun overall doing live streams in 2022. Just as a whole, I think I did, like, slightly. I don't know. There were some fun games for sure I streamed, especially like later on. Like Mario RPG was fun. Devil May Cry 3, although the ending boss really annoyed me, was fun. Bayonetta Origins earlier in the year really killed me. And like the very beginning of the year with Kirby and Yoshi's Woolly World, those were really fun. Banjo-Tooie, eh. But like, maybe it's just the quality of the games I streamed. I don't know. But like, you know, it's one of those things that like, I don't want to say it's taking a toll on me, but it's one of those things where I'm like, this is not going to be a long-term thing. There's going to come a day, probably not in 2024. I don't know when. It really depends on my life situation, but there's other things I want to explore too with my time. It's one of those things that I'll continue to at least do the twice a week, I'm sure. If things come up during the week, it is what it is. But it's one of those things where like, I'm not going to do this in the long term, you know? Videos probably, those are tough because those are kind of in the moment, like spur in the moment things. And it's also tricky because like if I actually want to get new subscribers, reach some of those subscriber goals for live streams, then it's like, well, in that case, you know, I gotta be consistent with some amount of content, right? So it's one of those things where I don't want the metrics to mess with my head too much, but they kind of do anyways. It's tricky. I don't know. We'll see. In the short-term future, I'm still planning on doing live streams. I still have plenty of other games I want to look into streaming. And I think that twice a week for me is great. I really need to figure out what my new work schedule is going to be, because starting in January, like midway through January, is when I'm going to be... when I go into my work office, the schedule's probably going to change. I don't think it's still going to be Tuesdays and Thursdays, because I like to stream on those days I go into the work office, just because I'm not doing anything better when I get back. So like that, it could change the streaming schedule for sure, but twice a week, no more than that, because there's other things I want to do. I want to spend time with friends. I want to explore other hobbies. You know, there's a lot of other stuff I want to do with my time outside of my full-time job. So it's one of those things where I'm like, if I have to give up streaming for another hobby that I really want to invest in, I'm probably going to do it. You know, so just something to keep in mind. You know, I of course I always enjoy, you know, having any of you live in chat. It's always very fun. It's, you know, it's nice to have people there. I think it depends on the game, but it's nice to have people there when I'm just playing games to make it a little more social, right? But definitely, I've been feeling the burnout this year for sure when it comes to these streams. So definitely don't expect any more than twice a week unless there's something really special happening in a given week, but don't expect that. I'm going to be even more strict, I think, with the timings there. I might even reduce the times from like 3 to 2 hours. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe put it down to 2.5 again. I used to do 2-hour streams, but I don't know. Especially now that I'm still doing like 2 games in 1 week, which I think I'm still going to do. I like that variety of having 1 game on Tuesday, 1 game on Thursdays, like that. There was a point where we got like 3 games and I'm like, okay, it's getting a little overloaded. So that was a little bloated. But besides that, I just like having the variety there. You know, but because of that, do I really want to go down to 2-hour streams? I don't know. That's something I'll adjust on the fly for sure. But in the short term, just still expect live streams like twice a week, I think. But yeah, regarding other videos, like I had some fun videos I liked, like I hinted at earlier. This reaction from the Game Awards for those Sega games, like man, this is my most viewed reaction now, which I guess is fitting. It passed Prime Remastered and Metroid Dread though, as my number 1, and then Monster Hunter Wilds right after it. So these two did really, really well for my channel standards, which thank you for the support on those again. That was awesome. So I'm going to keep doing the reactionary content because not only does that get me more views for sure, but it's also just like, I enjoy doing it, you know? That makes it a more social fun event for sure to talk with others and see what others think on certain game announcements and stuff like that. So Nintendo Directs, Summer Games Fest, Game Awards, get ready. I'll be there for those most likely. This was a fun video. I want to do this again next year, the gaming goals, because then I can kind of keep myself to certain things to do. And yeah, of course, like I mentioned, all the different the video idea polls. I'm gonna keep doing that. The tier lists, I will say, do definitely drag me down, especially the Zelda one. Oh man, that was a lot of work. But you know, I still enjoy doing it. It was just a lot to get through for sure. The unboxings are tough because I used to be like, back in when I made these videos in high school, I was doing only unboxing videos, like, which is weird to think about, but like, I don't want to get too far into the unboxings. I do them occasionally when I get stuff, but I've been trying to budget and cut back on stuff like that anyways, so don't expect many unboxing videos. Those are very spur of the moment, like, oh, I really wanted the Big Man amiibo, I really wanted the Tears of the Kingdom amiibo, let's do that, right? And videos like this one, I definitely want to do more of. Definitely want to do more of videos like this, just talking about what's going on, and like, it's good for me because I want to get my thoughts out there and just kind of talk about certain stuff and then see what all of you think, you know? And same thing with like the physical games video, like those were great to make. Love talking about Project Cross Zone. Those were fun. The travel vlog for Sonic Symphony was really fun. I want to. It's tough because to be honest, I don't travel to a lot of like gaming focused places, and those are probably the only travel vlogs I would do on this channel. So I'm going to PAX East again in 2024, so I'll probably do one there. But we'll see. I don't know. But yeah, a lot of these videos were definitely fun to do. I guess I did have some live stream clips here and there. I used to do them a lot more often, but I think now I'm slowing down a little bit. It's tough for me to find good clip moments, and like, I hate to do it on my own, and I hate to ask anybody to do it, but like, if you ever are watching a live stream of mine and you like notice like a really funny moment that you would like clipped, like let me know, clip it. I can always upload it as a separate video on the channel, because otherwise, like, I don't like rewatching my own live streams anymore. I used to do it, and I just don't like it anymore. I used to actively be like, oh, let me try to find a nice funny part for it. But that's so, like, that's forcing it a bit. I don't like to do that. If there's something that I remember is really funny, like the next day I'll go back and clip it. But like otherwise it's tough. So if you ever see something that you think is really funny, definitely feel free to clip it, or let me know to clip it, and I can always go back and do that later. Definitely a lot of summer reactions that happened here. That was a funny video. I should not have made that video. That aged like garbage, like spoiled milk. The 5 reasons to buy. You know, now that I think about it, I never did that for Mario RPG, did I? Crap. I never did that. I should have done that for Mario RPG. Oh well. I like these videos. I'm not going to have as many of them because, like I mentioned in previous videos, I'm going to be trying to scale back what new games I buy in 2024. So I don't see myself. I might do one for Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, but I'm not gonna do these. I don't think much anymore. For why did I put this? I put this out after the game already came out. Well, you know, I'm probably not gonna make many of those because I'm gonna try not to buy too many new games in 2024. At least that's my goal. This was a fun video. I really liked making this one. This was a good one. This was a nerdy video. That was funny to make. This was around the time I started to get the video idea poll thing. Like, that's where I started to get that idea. To be honest, I'm looking at these dates of these videos, and I really was a lot more consistent with videos in the second half, wasn't I? For some reason, I didn't think I was. I guess I got some good videos here. Reaction. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That aged phenomenally. That aged phenomenally. That video right there, back when those were just rumors. The Mario Bros. Movie review. I might do it for Sonic 3, Movie 3. That'll be at the end of 2024, assuming the movie still hits that time, but I'll do that. Like I said, I'll be back to PAX East. That was a fun video to make. Some of these are definitely spur-of-the-moment videos that, if I'm interested in, I'll still do, but I still, like I said, like the video idea poll. Let me know your thoughts on that poll in the comments below if you do like that idea, and like I said, other videos that you'd like to see. Definitely let me know, and I'll always consider them. GoldenEye, that was fun. GoldenEye was very fun. Steam Deck unboxing. Can't believe it's been almost a year that I've had that. Lots of reaction stuff. Oh yeah, Xenia on Series X. I have the dev mode on Series X. I never set that up. I'm still working on emulation stuff right now. Hi-Fi Rush video, of course. Gotham Knights. Yes. That's what I'm gonna do a video similar to this for the ukulele one, I think. It's gonna be a similar idea. There's the cloud gaming one. That was early on. Oh, this was such a fun video. Yeah, the Sega Dreamcast video. That was such a fun one. And there we go. 2022 live streaming link for Retrospective. Yeah, this is more of a channel retrospective than just a live streaming in particular, which I think I want to focus on because there may be a point, like I said, just to wrap this up because it's already getting really long. Oops. You know, just kind of wrap this up before it gets incredibly long. We're not going half an hour, I promise. There may be a point where I only do videos and not live streams. The videos for me, like even if it's just the shorts, you know, or like unboxings, whatever, especially videos like the video idea poll, for example. Those videos are more of a creative outlet for me, and that's kind of where I'm headed. Like, I'm looking for a way to be more creative in my life, right? As a programmer, as a software engineer, I'm very like logical. There's some creativity there, but it's very logical, right? Let's find the most optimal, efficient solution. We're going to implement it that way. Test, trial and error, see how it goes. And like live streams, I know there are ways to make it more creative. Let me know in the comments below if you have any thoughts. One of my ideas was like the soundboard integration. I don't know if YouTube will allow that. I got to experiment more with the stream elements stuff. That could definitely be really fun there. more viewer interaction would make it more fun, I believe. So to have more of that would be really cool. But otherwise, it's really tough, at least I find, to get creative with a stream. Because for the most part, at least the way I play games, it's really just me playing games, you know? And maybe more multiplayer streams every once in a while, which I do want to do more of in 2024. Maybe that would help. But it's definitely a lot of like just, pushing through this game, pushing, you know what I mean? And like almost at a forced pace. So that's the part that's tough, where that might just die out eventually. Like I might be like, I don't feel like doing live streams anymore, and I might just do videos. Like, don't be surprised if that ever happens on this channel. I don't think it'll happen in 2024, or if it does, it'll be later on in the year, if anything. But, you know, just that could happen. That could happen at some point. So I just want to shout that out here. Anyways, this video's gone on long enough. Regardless, to finally wrap this video up, I just want to say thank you if you liked, disliked, commented, shared, popped up in live chat, or just even viewed without live in the chat. Just any kind of view, any kind of interaction. I really appreciate it in 2023. You know, I looked back and I was at how many subscribers at the start of the year? Oh, more cooking streams. The cooking streams were fun. I want to do more of those if I can here and there in 2024. Let's look at this. You can barely see it here. I think this is 406, 405. All right. How many am I now? Let's do a quick little check. Whee! Oh, nice. With the little, the ad there. Thank you. Let's get rid of that. Oh, I see. That's weird. You can't see it here, but 645. Like, literally, I've gotten to 145. That's 240 subscribers. I seem to average roughly on, like, 200 subscribers a year, which is awesome. That's phenomenal. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Like I said before, I don't really care too much about the metrics, but it's nice to know that at least, like, some new people are coming in and we're growing and building a little bit of a small community. You know, that's kind of my goal with this, is never to get crazy amounts of subscribers. I don't even know if I'm ever going to reach 1,000 subscribers. I mean, I might eventually if I keep this up for the next few years, but it's one of those things that, like, it's just nice to establish a little community here. You know, I don't want to have a huge community. I want to have a little community with some of you who I just enjoyed chatting with. Thank you for being here, and thank you for making it fun. However you've interacted or viewed stuff, however you've done it, I better not get a copyright claim for this video. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for making this a fun 2023 here on this channel. With that said, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think? What have you enjoyed? What have you not enjoyed in terms of content or other aspects of this channel? Like I said, if you want to join the Discord community, there should be an invite link in the description below. As well as if you're on Blue Sky, feel free to follow me there, because I'm not really on X anymore. So feel free to follow me on Blue Sky there if you're curious. And yeah, it's going to do it. I'm looking forward to 2024. Some good things and good games in store. And let me know what you're most excited for the new year too. With that, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you all on the next video or live stream. And until that next time, everybody, take care. Take it easy.